welcome. How is everybody doing today? Hi, Hazel. What's going on? How are you? For everyone joining today, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm hoping that you guys are having a great day. Hi, Ambi. Welcome. What's going on, guys? So happy to have you here. We are going to be discussing several procedures. This is a really cute one that I found today. This is by Dr. Luster. This is ab etching. We are going to be talking a little bit about that. I do love to show you guys the difference between having lipo 360 regularly versus ab etching, because I do think that the contrast is so stunning, depending on what exactly you want, right? But we are going to be discussing that. Now, guys, I am going to also be showing you guys some before and after, so please stay tuned for that. Rico, thank you so much for liking the live. And guys, how are all the girlies doing today? Hazel, how are you? Ambi, how are you? And for those of you guys who are joining for the first time, please let me know if you are new in the comments, all right? Because I do love to know where you guys are not only joining from, but if you are in fact new, so that I can give you guys some additional information. Okay, so let's get this party started. Now that you guys know a couple details in terms of everything here, we are going to only be discussing one price today. So if you guys are in fact interested in getting additional information, please leave your details in this contact form in terms of pricing. All right, we're only going to be discussing the HD Lipo 360 by Dr. McDaniel on the live today. So if you want the price for anything else, leaving your details in this contact form with price list request is going to be the best way to get that. Now, Hazel says, what are the names of the different styles of lipo? That is a fantastic question. So this is called HD lipo. I always love to show you guys how you can have HD lipo in 3 different ways. So this is actually a sculpted version of the HD lipo. This is done by Dr. Abbasi, but I also want to show you guys how you can get it done supernaturally. So here is a supernatural version of the HD lipo as well, but it really and truly depends on what your preference is. And then here you guys can see the HD lipo is the mix between the super sculpted and the supernatural. All right, I love showing you guys these so that you can clearly see the variations of how you can customize your package in order for it to be more suitable to you. Now, there's also Lipo 360 with ab etching. This was the first one that I showed you guys by Dr. Luster. And that is a different form of just adding on to the Lipo 360. So there's the Lipo 360, which is the regular Lipo 360. And then there is a HD lipo, and then there's lipo 360 with ab etching. Okay, so those are the 3, Hazel. And for the cutie patootie who is leaving their details in the contact form, shout out to you, because that is the best way that you guys are going to be able to get the prices for all of what I just discussed. Okay, so we do have another question, and we have a follow by Tinkerbell. If you guys are not following, please make sure that you give us a follow, okay, guys? Because I know sometimes at the end of the lives, you guys leave and then you are not able to get that information. Tammy says, hi, where do we leave our information for pricing? Tammy, you leave it in the contact form that's next to the comment box. So this is the comment box where you guys are flirting with me. And then this is the contact form where you leave your name, number, and then you can put price list request, and then somebody will get back to you about everything there, okay? Now, Kayla says, hey, Kayla, welcome. Kayla said it's left corner, exactly. It's right next to the comment box. So there is where you're going to be able to get the price list for everything, okay? But like I said, guys, I love to show you guys the variations of everything just so that you have in your mind what to expect. But this is something that I always love to show you guys in terms of the before and after. This is how you go overseas. You don't come to Miami where we're located, all right? You go overseas, you do your things over there, and then you come here, you do it anyway. So you might as well measure twice and cut once instead of cutting twice, right? So when you book your free consultation, which can be done virtually, you guys can ask the questions such as pre-op questions, actual operation questions, and post-op questions. If you are flying in from somewhere else, questions that you definitely need to know is, Well, how long after my surgery should I fly back? These are questions that you guys should be asking. Now, Celine, thank you so much for the follow. And I'm hoping that you guys have some questions for me. Let me open the floor. That way you guys can go ahead and ask me anything that you'd like to ask, okay? All right. So Hazel, thank you so much for sharing. All right, truly appreciate that. And what else do we have going on here today? I mean, for the most part, guys, it's going to be kind of a chill live. I believe we only had one cutie patootie who sent their details in the little contact form. So until then, we're pretty much just going to be chilling. Like I said, guys, this is the last week that you guys are going to see me actually looking like a bum. From next week, I'm going to be looking decent, thank God. All right, feeling like myself again. So until then, a little bit of patience, not too much on me and my hair, okay? Not too much. But like I said, guys, I do want to go over some deals and specials that are happening over on Instagram. So let's go ahead and do that. In the meantime, I do kind of want to play you guys something where you guys can see the... Does it show the before and after here? I hope it does. Okay, yeah, perfect. So that will play in the background. And over on Avana Plastic Surgery on Instagram, there's a Mother's Day special going on for 1,000 off. Then there's post-op massages where they come to your house. There's a package for 1, 3, and 5, and 10. Okay. And then there's a breast augmentation and BBL by Dr. McDaniel that they just posted 24 minutes ago, and it looks amazing, okay? I wish I could show you guys the BBLs on here, but I really can't. I can show you like what the BBLs look like with clothes on, obviously, but I can't show you guys the BBLs otherwise. But if you do want to see them, you can head over to Instagram where you'll be able to see them bare bottom, literally. Okay. What else do we have going on here? There's also a BBL by Dr. Hassan. Okay. The back rolls that she has now transformed into that BBL is amazing. All right. Then what else we have going on? There's a Mother's Day special with a Lipo 360 and BBL for $3,250 with Dr. Hammam Jin. So if you guys are interested in that as well, please go ahead and check that out. Ooh, this is nice. There's another one by Dr. Luster, and it's sculpted to perfection. And this one was posted 4 hours ago, but it's giving, okay? It's giving. I wish I could show you guys this one even here, but I can't, all right? Because this one has a little bit too much titty. But I wish I could show you that one here. All right. Other than that, I think I pretty much went over everything with you guys this morning in terms of what they had on Instagram. Okay, so what else do we actually have going on? Other than that Mother's Day special for 1,000 off, there's also another deal that I did say this morning. Let me just make sure. It's in posts. 1 second. So we have a question by Pashley. Hi, Pashley. Where are you joining from? The question was, do they do high BMI? Yes. The highest BMI that's done here is by Dr. Mamaniscus. Dr. Mamaniscus does the highest BMI of 38. So if you are in fact interested, Pashley, please leave your details in the contact form below, and someone will get back to you. Hi, Brown Cheeks. How are you? Nice to see you. Kayla, thank you so much for liking the live. And for those of you guys who would like the price list, as I mentioned, please leave your details in the contact form, all right? Too real for, girl, I'm on the clock, all right? I can't say that name, but do you guys have any add-on specials? Yes, the special that we currently have going on is for Mother's Day. There's a Mother's Day special, and that one is for 1,000 off of combined surgeries, all right? Which one do I want to play? Let's play some stuff for the men who are secretly watching, because I know sometimes they secretly watch, guys. We have to also cater to them. All right, we have to cater to them too, guys. Okay, we have to include them. But the $1,000 off for Mother's Day is for combined procedures. Then there's post-op massages, like bundle, 1-pack, 3-pack, 5-pack, and 10-pack. And that one, they actually go to your house and do the massages. And then there's a Mother's Day special for a Lipo 360 and BBL for $3,250, and that's with Dr. Hamamjin. Okay. Brown Chick says, I'm well. How are you? I'm well. Girl, yes, earlier today they had like some problem with the AC, but now it's a little bit better. Who's struggling? I stink. I was literally sweating, like literally sweating. Plus I haven't washed my hair. If you guys can't tell, my hair looks a mess. But this is the last week you guys gonna see me looking a mess though, thank God. So Too Real says she's already coming in June. She wants to add J Plasma. As you should. All right, J Plasma, make sure that you're nice and snatched, but please make sure that you watch the video Too Real, because I do want you to be able to get the results time frame correct in your mind. You can scroll down on our profile and you're gonna see the video. Hazel says, if I have the 10-pack, they will go to the hotel I'm staying. Absolutely, they will go to any location where you put, and they will come and do the massages. So if you want to get that, definitely ask, okay? AMJ, thank you so much for the follow. Where are you joining from? Hazel, I recommend you ask because I believe you're already coming, right? So I recommend you ask your coordinator or the person that you're in touch with for your portal, within your portal. Now, AMJ is in New York. What part of New York? Hazel said she's already coming in June. So hopefully, Quenlodia, welcome. Hopefully when you do come in June, you can just add on the massages, okay? And they will come to your house or your hotel and do it. AMJ is in Albany. Ooh. Okay, upstate. I see you. And how did you discover us here on the live? Are you interested in any particular procedure? Do you have any questions about anything? The usuals are in here. So the girlies who are already booked are in here just chilling with me. But if you have any questions, you know, sometimes they can learn new things as well as you're learning. So feel free to ask away. All right. Ask away and I'll be more than happy to see if I can help you get additional information. If you would just like to book a free consultation, nonetheless, you can also do so by just leaving your details in the contact form. There's like a small little blue notebook thing here, and then you can ask about the price list for absolutely everything that I showed you here today, because usually I only talk about the price of the HD Lipo 360, which is 4.5K. Okay, so it's 4.5K for this alone, and this is the HD Lipo by Dr. McDaniel. However, if you want it with the BBL, it is 5.8K. All right. And like I said, the BBLs always give here because they actually match it to your body. You're not going to be super skinny and then have like a really, really, really big BBL at the end, right? So that's one of the things that I really do love about them here. They will give you a body that matches, so you're not coming out here looking crazy. Okay. Guys, do we have any questions for me? Ooh, how many cc's? That's a good question, actually. I'm not really sure, because really and truly it's based on the fat transfer that they do for you. So cc's, I know usually they do for the boobs, but I'm really and truly not sure. But to real, I know you're new here, so if you want, definitely ask, because I'm not sure how many cc's, to be honest. But like I said, you can leave your details here and ask. Eve with the dollar signs, hello. Lisa wants to know how much is lipo 360. HD lipo 360 is 4.5k, and then there's a deal currently going on with Dr. Hamamjin for Mother's Day. That's a lipo 360 and BBL for 3.250, 3,250. Now, if you would like to get that deal, lock it in, you can up to 2 years in advance. So if I were you, I would book that free consultation in order to start discussing how you can do that. And pretty much they put you on a financing plan for like up to 2 years down the line. So you can have that price today for later. Plan for like up to 2 years down the line. So you can have that price today for later. Okay, definitely look into that. Now, Eve wants to know how much is lipo 360, the current lipo for later. Okay, definitely look into that. Now, Eve wants to know how much is lipo 360, the current lipo. Okay, Eve, so hopefully you take full advantage of that as well, and you leave your details in the little blue box below. Smiley, hello. Smiley says how many pounds? She's 228. So basically your BMI is calculated by your height and your weight, and the highest BMI that's done here is by Dr. Mamoniskis, which is a 38. So Smiley, if you are interested in figuring out which doctor you qualify with, you can submit your details once you leave your name and number. You can submit your weight with your height, and then you can ask them which doctor do I qualify with based on my BMI, and they will let you know. Now, Yulisa, if you want the price for just the lipo 360 like you, Eve, please leave your details here, because the only price that I have is the HD lipo 360. But I did give you a hint and told you guys about a deal that we currently have with Dr. Hamamjin. Okay, so I'm not sure if it's Eve or Yulisa who's submitting their details, but if you guys want that price, hopefully it's both of you. Okay, I only see one of the names. I'm gonna start holding you ladies accountable like I hold the men accountable. Okay, so if you would like to know just the price of lipo 360, please leave your details in the contact form, because that is how you guys are going to get it. Okay. Now that goes for both the girls with the E's, because they only tell me the asterisk. Okay. So whoever's just submitted it, whichever one, you, Lisa or Eves, whichever the one who just submitted it, shout out. Lisa says, how much is a liposuction, honey? The HD lipo, you, Lisa, is 4.5k. But if you just want regular lipo, please do what both Yulisa and Eves did and leave your details in the contact form, Yulisa, because that is where you're going to be able to get the price. But I did want to let you guys know that there's a Mother's Day special going on, lipo 360 and BBL for 3,250 by Dr. Hamamjin. This is where you heard it first, okay? So this is the HD lipo 360 for 4.5k. And there's a current lipo 360 deal with the BBL for 3,250. Do what you will with that information. All right. So I think both of my E's, because they only tell me the E with the asterisk. They actually don't tell me the full name whoever just submitted. But both of you ladies, I think, just submitted it. So shout out to you guys. And then Yulisa says, perfect, thanks, you're very welcome. Eve says, thank you, you're very welcome. And Yulisa also said, thank you. And Yulisa just did as well. I love that for you. You are one step closer to having that free consultation and discussing all of the details. Thank you so much for the follow as well. So like I said, guys, if you want the prices for anything, including the BBLs, because I love to show you guys how you guys not coming out here looking like ants, right? The bodies are giving. You're going to get, if you're skinny, you're going to get a skinny BBL that matches. If you're slim, thick, that's what you're going to get. If you're thick, that's what you're going to get. But you're not going to have like a model thin frame and then have a super thick BBL, right? That's not going to work. So they actually match you with the body that you already have. So definitely book that virtual consultation, because that is where you guys are going to be able to get all of the details. They will discuss all of the details with you guys. Now, one of the things that I always recommend you guys talk about, pre-op. What should you do prior to your surgery to prepare for your operation? Actual operation. What does it entail? How long will the operation be? What does the day of surgery look like? Post-op. What will happen after? Where will I go? How do I plan? How do I plan to go where I need to go? How far is the clinic from where I need to go? All of these questions are things that you guys should ask, okay? What about the massages? Do I book the massages in advance? What if I want to get a BBL? Do I have to get any type of other things such as a BBL pillow? All of these things are things that you guys should ask when you have that free consultation. Not just the price. The price is just something so you guys have a mental note. But I also want you guys to be prepared mentally for everything else that it entails. I believe this is regular lipo 360 as well, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's regular lipo 360 by Dr. Golio. But for me, the lipo 360, I personally like it with the HD, like the first one that I just showed you guys. But everybody has their different preference, right? So this is my favorite. This is the HD lipo. I really, really like it. I just think it looks so good. It definitely gives gym body, but this is ab etching. Sorry, guys, I completely forgot. This is lipo 360 with ab etching. But the HD lipo that I like is this one by Dr. Abbasi. Where is it? The one that's in the middle. This is the one. Because it looks very much like the ab etching one, like the lipo 360 with ab etching. That's the look that I like. Because isn't it nice? Like, doesn't it give like you've been in the gym, you haven't eaten like pasta or carbs or pizza? I had a full pizza and 2 slices of another one because I had to buy one, get one free this weekend. So obviously you guys can still enjoy that, but then look like this, right? Because they're going to rearrange the fat anyway. But like I said, if you guys want the prices for anything, if you want to check out more before and afters, please also visit Avana Plastic Surgery over on Instagram. But please make sure you're following us here before you guys go. I don't want you guys to just leave and then you don't remember how to come back over here. So do what Eves did and give us a follow before you go. Also, if you want to check out AvanaPlasticSurgery.com, that is a great place for additional information, because sometimes you may think that you need, for example, a tummy tuck when in reality you need lipo 360 and J plasma. So please check out AvanaPlasticSurgery.com as well, because there they will break down all of the information for you. And then you can also look at the before and afters by surgeon or by procedure. So there's so much that you guys can actually get done over there. All right, so do we have any questions? Do we have any questions for me? Did you guys hear about the 30 influencers that were rescued from Miami Beach by a sinking $4.5 million yacht? Did you guys see that? Speaking of, guys, when you have your free consultation, please ask them based on the doctor that you're interested in, because we have 3 locations in Miami with Avana Plastic Surgery. Please ask them to let you guys know which location so that you can find a hotel that's closer to the location where your doctor is at. And speaking of Miami Beach, you don't want to be in Miami Beach and in actuality your doctor is in Hialeah Gardens, right? So definitely ask them so that they can book you, so you can book yourself actually closer by. All right. Eves, thank you so much for liking the live. I'm happy that you enjoyed your first live today, but you should also 100% check out the Instagram page because there's so much before and afters fresh content on there that I'm sure you're going to be able to, you know, peruse. Here we can't actually show that, so unfortunately I can only show you guys what I can show you here. But like I said, over on Instagram, you guys can see all of the things that you guys can't see here, okay? Let me see. Sometimes I just like to see if I missed out on any of the questions. I got pretty much all of you guys, I believe. Hazel, are you still in here? Hazel be in here silently. All right. For the rest of you guys, I'm not sure if anyone else is still in here because the privacy settings sometimes are off. But please, Hazel, what are you doing? Are you at work? How's the weather, by the way? It was rainy today and yesterday. Yesterday I had an appointment. I only had one appointment yesterday. And I almost canceled because it was raining. Rain in Miami is horrible. Yeah, exactly. It's raining, I'm presuming, everywhere. If it starts raining in Miami, it's cooked. The rest of America is cooked, okay? So I'm pretty sure it's raining everywhere, unfortunately. But hopefully you stay dry. Yesterday I only had one appointment and it was horrible because it was raining. I hate driving in the rain. I hate being in the rain. I hate the smell of the rain. It's all gross. It's all gross. But anyway, guys, like I said, if you do want to check out any other content, please do so over on Instagram. Eve says it's still here from Las Vegas and the rain is playing with us here. I'm telling you, once it starts raining in Miami, the rest of America is cooked, all right? I saw hail. Speaking of snow, Hazel, I saw hail in Paris yesterday. Because yesterday when I'm in bed, I like zone out, in and out of consciousness. But I like the fact that I don't have to worry about anything because I'm just in the safety of my sheets. So I was looking at, you know, the different places in the world, obviously. And Paris had hail. Like not even just regular snow, like hail. Then it started raining horribly. Everyone was dressed in summer clothes. And it started hailing. And they all were like panicked because they were like, okay, well, what do we do now? It's like slightly snowy, slightly rainy. This used to be the weather in Boston. Let's see what the weather in Boston is like now. Boston, Massachusetts weather today. I left. Oh, okay, so it's 50, but it's like rainy as well. Yeah, no. All right. Hopefully tomorrow is better. Let's actually check before I get off the live. let's make sure that tomorrow isn't going to be worse. Well, they say that the storms are ending by 7 p.m., which is fantastic. Of course, when I'm in traffic for an hour, the storms are going to be heading over. But what about tomorrow? 24% rain chance tomorrow, guys. So, unfortunately, you're just going to have to walk around with your umbrella this week. Okay. All right, guys. Well, looking forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. Shout out to all our new followers today. I hope you guys stay dry and have a great day. And most importantly, I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. If you have any questions, you can always send us a DM either here or on Instagram, and then they will get back to you. But if you are new, meaning if you do have any questions such as the pricing for anything, I'd recommend you always leave your name and your number before you actually ask them, because how else are they gonna tell you? All right, so hopefully you guys do end up filling out the form when you guys seeing me on live, but if not, sending that DM. Okay, looking forward to seeing you.